Hello there, you're now with me, Hendigui, and welcome to your 5 p.m. English News on TVS. Let's dive into today's topics. Minister in the Prime Minister's Department for Parliament and Law, Datuk Seri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar said 2 important things needed to be done first before the 12th Sarawak state election can be held.
Wan Junaidi said firstly, the Sarawak Proclamation of Emergency as declared by the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah until February 2nd, 2022 must be rescinded by His Majesty. Secondly, the state election can only be held after consultation with the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Tun Abdul Taib Mahmud and the Chief Minister of Sarawak Datuk Patinggi Abang Johari Tun Openg. Wan Junaidi made the statement at the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of Masjid Mutiara Iman in Kuching today. On July 31, Al-Sultan Abdullah declared a proclamation of emergency in Sarawak from August 2, 2021 until February 2 next year, thus suspending the PRN from being held during that period due to the COVID-19 outbreak, which has threatened security, economic life, and public order. However, Section 2 in Bracket 2 of the Emergency Sarawak Ordinance 2021, issued following the Sarawak Emergency Proclamation, states that His Majesty can terminate the proclamation earlier after consultation with the Yang di-Pertuan Negeri Sarawak.
The government has yet to decide on whether or not to make COVID-19 immunization mandatory. However, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri Yaakob said those who had not taken the vaccine injections were encouraged to do so to enjoy the various privileges accorded to vaccinated citizens, including being able to return to their hometowns.
The Prime Minister added that the Public Services Department has issued instructions to civil servants to take the vaccine, otherwise actions will be taken. He explained that the Ministry of Defence, or MINDEF, has issued a directive that any military personnel who is not inoculated will be considered to have violated MINDEF's directives. This meant that getting vaccinated was obligatory. Meanwhile, Ismail Sabri also said stern actions should be taken against anti-vaccine groups that continue to spread false information about vaccines and vaccination. Yesterday, Health Minister Khairi Jamaluddin said his ministry had lodged several police reports against anti-vaccine groups that had been spreading false information as they were a threat to public health.
In an effort to provide the best bomb bus services throughout the country, 4 new fire stations will be built this year. The plan is part of the government's effort to further improve on the quality of services to the community.
According to the Federal Deputy Minister of Housing and Local Government, Datuk Seri Ismail Abdul Muttalib, the 4 new fire stations will be built at Sungai Lembing in Kuantan, Gotong Genting Highlands, Kuala Lumpur, and at Subang in Selangor, which will become a helicopter operations centre.
Di seluruh negara kita ada 324 semua sekali di seluruh negara, termasuk Sabah, Sarawak lah. Dan dalam permainan kita ada 4, ya. Di Pahang kita ada 2 dalam cadang permainan, iaitu di Sungai Lembing dan juga di Gotong Jaya.
The sites for the proposed fire stations have been identified, and the tender process will be carried out before the construction process begins. For the record, there are 324 fire stations nationwide with approximately 15,000 officers.
Now, starting next year, the sign language will be introduced to Unity Kindergarten as a 3rd language apart from Mandarin, Tamil, Kadazan and Iban. This was revealed by the National Unity Minister, Datuk Halimah Mohammed Sadiq, when she attended a community unity program earlier today.
Halimah stated that the teaching of sign language in early childhood education was proposed by Senator Datuk Ras Adiba Razi during a debate session in the Dewan Negara. The teaching of sign language will be implemented as a communication language under the Perpaduan Kindergarten Early Childhood Education Plan 2021 to 2030. This means it will be applicable at all 1,781 perpaduan kindergartens involving 38,000 students nationwide. However, there were question marks when it was said to not be included in the syllabus or as a subject at the Unity kindergartens so as not to burden the children.
Filem-filem karyanya kekal menghibur semua.
Apakah kau diciptakan Allah menjadi manusia?
Inilah dia gambar yang diorang nak sunting.
Lagu-lagu legenda merdu sepanjang zaman. Pengarah, penerbit, komposer, pelawak, pelakon dan penyanyi.
Jangan tinggal daku, oh adik, oh Juwita.
Beliau, Allahyarham Tan Sri P. Ramlee. Kenali dan ketahui perjalanan hidup seniman agung negara ini dalam dokumentari istimewa P. Ramlee, The Belated Superstar. Ahad 17 Oktober 9.45 malam di TVS saluran 122 Astro dan My TV.
Kasih sayang.
Kita kenal apa kata?
Puan kami sekenalnya, macam mana kami boleh naik atas tu?
Maknanya, hanya tahulah yang atas tu ada orang.
Kami rasa bersalah. Tedah nak tanya apa?
Kita mau ditengahnya kah? Tengah tak? Bila kami stres, bila kami down, kami akan nanggal lukisan dalam poskarta.
Lukisan dalam poskarta? Apa kita sekarang nanggal?
Tok, bangunan Tok kah? Uncle pernah nanggal lagi Tok?
Hai semua, jangan lupa saksikan Inspirasi TVS, segmen berita yang mengetengahkan laporan berkaitan rakyat, hiburan serta topik trending.
Inspirasi TVS dan saya Melissa Francis.
Saya Harry Francis.
Saya Dewi Liana Suryasta.
Saya Bob Yusof akan menemani anda.
Saya Mahmud Ali Basha.
Saya Nana Shimi.
Saya Andin Indrawani.
Saya Karen Libau.
Saya Azam Pit.
Dan saya Tony Yusof.
Welcome back. Now moving on to some COVID-19 development. A total of 91.4% or 21,399,802 of the adult population in Malaysia has completed their COVID-19 vaccination as of yesterday, October 15th.
Based on the Health Ministry's data on the COVID Now portal, 95.1% of the adult population, or 22,260,137 individuals, have received at least one dose of the vaccine. On Friday, a total of 174,732 doses of the vaccine were dispensed, involving both the adult and the adolescent populations. This brings the total number of doses administered under the National COVID-19 Immunization Program PICK since February 24 to 46,633,404. As for teenagers aged 12 to 17 years old, a total of 637,079 individuals, or 20.2% of them, have completed the vaccination, while 75.5% or 2,439,727 others have received at least the first dose of the vaccine since the PICK program for the group was launched on September 8th.
According to the Health Ministry's latest data updated at midnight, Malaysia lost 89 people to COVID-19 yesterday, bringing the cumulative deaths from COVID-19 to 27,770.
Sarawak recorded the highest number of new deaths at about 15 individuals, followed by Kelantan, Perak, Penang, Pahang, Selangor, Johor, Sabah, Kuala Lumpur, Kedah, Perlis and Negeri Sembilan. Yesterday, Malaysia reported 7,420 new cases. Two states, Selangor and Sarawak, recorded more than 1,000 new daily cases. This was followed by Kelantan, Johor, Sabah, Penang, Kedah, Terengganu, Pahang, Perak, Melaka, Kuala Lumpur and Negeri Sembilan.
Now, good news as congregational prayers with full capacities are permitted at Masjid Al-Haram in Mecca and Masjid Al-Nabawi in Medina beginning October 17th. This was among the 6 matters related to the relaxation of the latest COVID-19 standard operating procedures that were announced by the government of Saudi Arabia on Friday.
From the infographics uploaded onto its official Twitter page, the Saudi Arabian Ministry of Interior (MOI) announced that the government no longer requires the usage of a half-face cover in public places except at certain places such as the 2 holy mosques. MOI also grants permission to the public transport system, restaurants, cinemas and event halls to operate at full capacities without having to follow social distancing rules. However, only fully inoculated individuals are allowed to enter the said premises. This permission is also granted to those who are exempted from taking the vaccines due to health factors, but they are required to wear half-face covers. According to MOI, social distancing and the wearing of half-face covers are still required in places where the health of visitors cannot be confirmed through the Tawakkalna application. Additionally, owners of public and private premises must confirm the vaccination status of visitors first through the Tawakkalna application before allowing them to enter their premises.
And that concludes the 5 p.m. English news on TVS. I'll see you again for Nightline at 11:30 p.m. With that, I'm Hendy Gui. Stay safe and have a pleasant day.